On the night of Wednesday, June 13, 2018, a line of severe thunderstorms moved across Pennsylvania.
Everybody's accounted for in here?
But it wasn't until the next morning that we could really see just how much damage was done. Meteorologists with the National Weather Service later determined an EF2 tornado touched down here in Wilkes-Barre Township. The storm's path right over one of the busiest shopping centers in NEPA, the Arena Hub Plaza. That weekend was Father's Day weekend. It would have been packed here if the storm hit just an hour or two earlier. But thankfully and miraculously, only 6 injuries were reported, all minor because almost every business was closed for the night and the parking lot was nearly empty. From Skycam 16, you can see business after business damaged or destroyed. State and local government officials estimated it was about 24 total, causing more than $18 million in damage. Luzerne-County officials gave then-Governor Tom Wolf a first-hand look at the damage the next day once it was safe. 8 buildings had to be torn down completely, including Panera Bread. Others, including Dick's Sporting Goods, Barnes & Noble, and TJ Maxx, were deemed unsafe. Panera Bread opened its new store 3 years later. It took about 7 months for Barnes & Noble to reopen. 5 employees were inside the bookstore the night the tornado hit. The manager was praised for potentially saving his employees' lives. For nearby businesses that weren't impacted, owners and employees stepped up to help their friends. Gaston Romero, owner of El Rey Azteca in Wilkes-Barre Township, prepared sandwiches and delivered them to the American Red Cross base of operations near the Arena Hub Plaza. For weeks, we heard countless incredible stories like these, meeting so many people who were impacted by the storm that night, all of whom were okay. The fact that no one even had to be taken to the hospital made this incredibly scary night for so many a bit easier to joke about.
The path of this storm was so narrow that it only knocked over a few of these flower pots, but about 20 yards away, it ripped a box truck in half.
Not long after our Carolyn Blackburn reported this, a very shared meme started making its way around the internet. Yes, the flower tent survived the tornado, but that's because the flower tent was not in the tornado's path. Still, 8 years later, when severe weather hits, someone you know will probably say, get to the flower tent. It's synonymous with get to the basement and away from windows. According to the National Weather Service, the tornado was on the ground for 2.9 miles and crossed over Interstate 81. The same line of thunderstorms produced an EF2 tornado in Bradford County that night as well. No injuries were reported. Allie Gallo, Newswatch 16.